Hello and welcome to another video in the Rush Insurance Agency educational series of videos. Today we're talking about bodily injury liability limits. These limits are expressed as a per person limit over a per accident limit. So a common coverage is 100, 300, and that equals 100,000 per person limit over a 300,000 per accident limit. So the most that one person would be able to claim against that policy would be $100,000. The most that a car full of people would be able to claim that were injured in this accident would be $300,000. On my prior video, I referenced back when I was a bodily injury adjuster. One of my favorite roles was handling major bodily injury claims. One of the claims that I handled was the second bad accident that this young driver was involved in. As a result of the first accident, they raised their bodily injury limits to $1 million, combined single limits, 1 million over 1 million. This second accident then happened on an early Saturday morning. It was still foggy out. The driver was taking 4 of her nursing school classmates to a clinical. She didn't realize that the road was ending ahead. She drove straight through a T intersection. One of the ladies died. One had permanent damage to her sight. The fourth and fifth had lesser injuries. $1 million limits in this case was not enough. So for the question of how do I decide how high of limits to carry, I would say that we should carry as high of limits as possible. I remember when we moved our limits from 100, 300 to a quarter million, half million, it was about $18 a half. It's still very reasonable to increase your bodily injury liability limits. On an upcoming video, we'll even talk about an umbrella policy and how that works. I know that some of our decision making is based on finances and some folks only carry enough to be legally on the road. But a good rule of thumb is that your bodily injury limits should at least be the value of your house. So if you live in a $400,000 house, you really should consider quarter million over half million bodily injury limits. It's easy to quickly price out the different limits when you're reviewing your insurance, and I'd be glad to cover that with you. Thanks for watching this video, and you have a great rest of your day.